Oh. Hey everyone. Uh, how is everyone doing so far? Let's see. Got the PowerPoint person. Okay, sweet up on. I'm gonna say right now. We're gonna get to your stuff first because I those are the ones I'm like, let's get this out of the way. I just collapsed in my bed. Sounds like Dry Burns Cooper from Mart. Wow. As soon as I read that, I could already hear it. uh, is everything? Is the audio good and everything? I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record every time I say this. I'm just trying to make sure. But yeah, is the audio sounding good? Let's see. Mic's good. Okay. Do you still have some sketches to do? Yes. So today, I'm good. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So tonight I am doing the remaining sketches that I didn't get to do on yesterday's stream. So yeah. Let's see here. Looking forward to the path. I hope you are. I really hope you are. Is it going to be a short one? I honestly, I kind of hope it's a short one because besides me having to talk about the path again, I'm going to try to not bullshit around as much as before and just try to get started. But a short stream, I mean, yeah, yeah, might be. It might be, but let's see how we do. Anyway, let's see. Awesome. Not like everybody is succeeding. Thank you. Thank you, Gare. Right? Gare Tunes? Right? Because I think we discussed about that before. Gare Tunes? Right? Like Gary. Let's see here. Why is it every time I see you, I think of Robert Kirkman's face? I mean, let's see. Kind of chubby white guy with a beard and everything. You know. I mean, granted, here's the thing. Not to sound like that type of guy, but sometimes we just look alike. Thoughts on the new Star Fox? Hey, oh my God, Star Fox! Hey, guys, did I ever tell you, Nintendo? Oh my God, Nintendo is such a funny company. The guys who are responsible for this guy right here, they are a funny company. They are such a funny company. Because here's the thing, not only because usually whenever they just announce a direct out of nowhere, we wait until tomorrow or the next day to see the direct. But nah, Nintendo was just like, you know what? Why wait? Let's just do it. Let's just do it right now. Not only a random direct, a Star Fox direct, and well, I'm gonna say the gameplay itself, I think looks fun. I mean, granted, here's the thing: I say it looks fun because, hey, you know what I'm not seeing? A random peripheral that is needed. It looks like you just control it like normal. So, but in terms of the visuals, okay, I'll say this: the visuals for like everything surrounding the characters, I think that stuff looks fire. I think that stuff looks pretty damn awesome, even though it's Star Fox 64 again, which is like the other. There's like so many like conflicting opinions I have of it, because on one hand, I'm not vibing with the designs that they have for the characters. It's, it just makes me think of that one realistic Tales meme for Fox. Um, uh, Pretty noble of them to create the weird box art style from the first game. But see, even then, like that box art style still was a little more stylized than what they did for this. Um, they look like puppets, you know, like yeah. Um, and again, it's Star Fox 64 again, but at the same time though, it's like it does actually look fun. At least to me anyway, it looks pretty fun. I'm gonna say this right now. So far, the best use of the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, because I guess you could just be a VTuber now. just you could just mocap your face on one of the Star Fox crew. Now I can't unsee Brandon Kirkman. Great. Great. But anyway, yeah. So Nintendo just dropped a bomb on us and everything with that, and you could finally be a VTuber. The funny thing is though, I kind of want to try out the PNG tuber thing. So not necessarily a VTuber with like a whole 3D model and stuff. I want to try out the PNG tubers. So just the flat 2D images that respond to that are supposed to look like me talking and stuff. Hell, I got the software and I just downloaded the software for it, so I might try that out at some point, just for fun. Would Emiko cosplay as Samus Aran? I mean, Emiko would try out a lot of things. Let's see. Phantom, I am reading the one message that you asked. I never played Yokai Watch. I never watched or played Yokai Watch, so I wouldn't know. Why are all the Mosnets in Irma so smoking? Because for fun. Was that from Smash Brothers? For fun. Did you play Sly Cooper? Yes, I have played Sly Cooper. I played I think all the games, yeah, even the fourth one. I don't really remember much of the fourth one, but yeah, I played all three. I mean all four. Okay, so I'm about to get into drawing. About to get to drawing in a bit, but just a friendly reminder. Just a friendly reminder for everyone who's, if you somehow don't know, even though I've been posting about this all day and everything, for those who are not in the know, we just launched our campaign for The Path, the graphic novel that we're going to be working on. And so far, oh damn, we're about to hit 8,000 and stuff. Not bad for the first day. Not even a full day either. I started this thing at noon, so. But yeah, for those who don't know, our goal is 20,000. So hopefully we can and hopefully we can get that. Actually, here's the thing. I would like to get to that by the end of the week. Here's the thing. Is it possible? I don't know, but uh, if we do get to that by the end of the week, because so uh, what I'm currently doing right now is along with the stretch goals that we have, I am doing the drawing goals again. So let's see if we get the 15K. I'm going to draw Irma hugging Batman, and then when we get to 20K, which is our main goal, I will draw Sam and Emiko in their wedding outfits. Hell, you know what? Here's the thing. If we reach 20K by the end of this week and stuff, I'm going to say I will draw one more extra Sam and Emiko thing. How about that? I'll draw one more extra Sam and Emiko thing. I don't know what it'll be. You know, it's probably gonna be something romantic, something cute, probably. But yeah. And beyond that, let's see. So, Irma hugs Waluigi because y'all know I just love Waluigi so much. 30K, which is our first stretch goal, will be more Teenage Irma and Connor. 35K, I really didn't know what to do for this one, so basically, Emiko in a gala dress. I'll make a whole special gala dress for Emiko, and then 40K, which is our biggest stretch goal, will be Teenage Irma and Connor, Kissing. Here's the thing. I could have put the Batman and Waluigi one back up to the top, but I know you guys. I know y'all by now. I know what y'all want. So, and yes, I'll likely make it very cute, very romantic. But yes. So, hang on here. I'm gonna go back to the webcam real quick while I set up the iPad so we can get started on these sketches. But you call us predictable? Hey, look, JG, you said that, not me. You said that, not me. Let me see here. I just gotta set something up real quick with this iPad, and then we're gonna get started. How strong is Emiko? Is she a multiverse level threat? She is a she'll do whatever she wants as long as it's funny to me level threat. So I hope that helps. I swear one of these days he's gonna turn his head towards me with without my involvement. So, all right. Let me just bring this up here. Okay, thank God. All right. Now I'm gonna close this. Bring this over here. All right. I'll just adjust the according? The hell? Accordingly. Here we go. Joke scaling is the best form of power scaling. Of course it is, yes. Why were there 31 cameo slots? Was were there? Oh yes. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me check here. Let me check real quick. Um, of the rewards and stuff. Let's see here. Did these sell out already? Yeah. Yeah. These all sold out. Damn. On the first day, too. You guys are insane. But thank you very much. So, so yeah. I guess the tier 5 pledges have already been taken. So thank you all who came in for the pledges and stuff. And you know, and for those who want to, and actually now that I think about it, I gotta get this off of the featured thing. So now that's taken care of. If y'all still want to support the come on, brain work. Support the campaign. You still have the remaining 4 tiers. The toppest tier available. You'll be getting all of these, including an autograph in your book. So, but again, thank you all who have pledged for this. I will be, again, we will, you will likely be emailed and everything after the campaign is over. So yeah, just look out for that at some point after the campaign is over. If not right away, then soon. But again, thank you all so much for that. All right, I'm gonna lower this. All 31 of us. Yes. So here's the thing. So the reason why it was so, the reason why I limited it is because the sketch covers and stuff, we did not put a limit on that, and it kind of like we had to like do a sort of system to like get that taken care of, and like it took a bit of a toll, but not nearly as much of a toll as it would have had we not done the system that we did. So don't take the power scaling question seriously. I only ask those in jests. Honestly, here's the thing. I just gotta deal with it like how Kirkman or Ryan Otley have been doing it, which is basically, I just do it because it's funny. All right. All right. So the first one that we're doing is, and actually, hold on, because I did I did let y'all see the reference window. Actually, no, there's not enough room on this screen. So, oh well, y'all will not be seeing the reference screen, but I will at least say what it is. So the first, I'm gonna first do ones from Sweet Upon here. So it is Irma dancing with a Patapon with. Oh, okay. So, so Sweet Upon has donated to me before, plenty of times. So I'm going to put all of these to the side. What I'm basically going to do is, because I'm trying to rapid fire through a bunch of these sketches and stuff, is I am going to basically, once I'm done drawing Irma with the character, because it basically says here like he wants these things in the picture as well. What I am going to do is I'm going to see how I feel once we get the characters drawn. Because honestly, I just want to draw Irma dancing with the character, and then that's it. And then just move on, but we'll see. All right. That. And let's see, the amount, the remaining ones that we have, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 of these, including the one that I'm working on right now, so let's try. Let's see if we can rapid fire through these. Do you know the Muppet Man? The one who lives on Drury Lane? She's married to the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! She's married to the Muffin Man. How's your day? It's been alright. Had a bit of a scare once we launched the campaign. So here's the thing. What I think happened, because like apparently some people at the beginning people were like having trouble like putting an order in and stuff. I think what it was, so for those who don't know, Indiegogo had recently did had an update like last year or so. So I had to get used to the new way they updated like the setup and everything. And for like the shipping slash location like pages and stuff, I kind of just got dropped into it and like not knowing exactly what I was supposed to do. And then once people were saying like they were having trouble with the orders, like trying to order something, I was like, okay, what's happening? And apparently everyone was disabled or whatever. Like all of the like locations were disabled, so everyone was disabled. Jesus Christ, that sounded really bad. But so I just enabled like all the locations I could, and that seemed to have fixed it. So is everyone on your team doing well? Kira especially. Everyone's doing pretty well. I mean, they're all right. I mean, look, I feed them when I go down to their cages and stuff. I'm just saying. So they're doing fine. If Kira actually hears this, she's gonna she's just gonna be like, "Oh yeah." Hope they're doing well down there. They're doing just fine. All right. She's always excited with her sharp teeth. Of course. By the way, speaking of like teeth or so, hold on, bear with me. Apparently, so one thing that people always said about like when like about Irma's design that I never caught until wow, she's got big hands. Or at least the fingers are short at least a bit. According to people, whenever I drew Irma with like her hair down, like fully covering her face, people have said it looks like a monster mouth. The highlights of the hair, and the funny thing is, I never saw that, but it was kind of like, okay, well, sure, I guess. Let's see. By the way, I think I talked about this yesterday or whatever. I am seriously considering of doing like some art auctions at some point. Maybe for some of the cards that I've been doing. Maybe just for other stuff. But that's how I do it, right? Well, you know, bring it out a little bit more. There. But I'll let y'all know if I decide to do that, because I've been making these cards just to put up on the store and everything. But again, I've just kept hearing about like people selling them off at auctions and stuff. So for me, it's like that might be a good idea. Now we get to this part. So here's what I think I'm going to do with this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this a little bit down here. By the way, apparently a lot of people are like the fact that Tracy is Italian, confirmed Italian. Again, like I told y'all yesterday, that was made up on the spot. So, wait a minute, why am I doing this? No, just do this. Yeah, just do this. Cheat. This does not need to be perfect. Cheat. Why am I doing this accent? I probably just offended some people. So yeah, what I'm basically saying to you guys is, at some point in the future, I'm gonna have Tracy eat some pasta. And that's your sign that she's Italian. Some gabagool, some whatever the hell else. Some pizza pasta. All right. What are Tifa's thoughts on Tifa? Oh, I'm sorry. What are Tracy's thoughts on Tifa? What? Because Tifa's a I was about to say Tifa's a Latina, but because Tifa's Italian. Yeah. She'd be like, "Who's Tifa?" That's like the one thing about Tifa that I know about. Because everyone was going off about like how she's Italian. For some reason. So alright, here we go. How do you pay? If you're talking about for the sketches and stuff, I already opened up sketch stuff yesterday. Basically, again, for those who are because this is all new. Here, I'm gonna do it like this because this is all black and white, so who cares? Over here. For those who don't know, I basically put up on Coffee a whole category for people to order stream sketches ahead of time. I basically did this for the commissions, so I did it with this. So sketches are not open right now. They will likely be open again. I want to see. I'm gonna try to make this either a weekly or a bi-weekly thing. So when I open those back up again, I will let y'all know, or at least try to let y'all know ahead of time. Actually, no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull a Nintendo and just be like, hey, by the way, this is happening right now. Go. What is Irma's favorite soda? I'm gonna say cherry Coke. Cherry specifically. I was thinking Ecto Cooler. Isn't that more of a juice though? That was a juice, right? That was like a high C. That was like a high C juice. I didn't grow up in that time. I was not an 80s kid. I wasn't even a concept in the 80s. What about my favorite soda? It's typically either Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper. You know what's funny is now that I think about it, like with the whole Italian thing and stuff, um, y'all. I will say this: y'all are asking some questions that are like that are things I never think of and stuff when I start making like drawing stuff with these characters. So, and here's the thing: that's actually pretty cool. Because like, what was it? Someone I forgot who asked me about Miss Ali's favorite animal because they did some cute fan art of Irma giving her a plush of her favorite animal, and I was like, a tiger? Yeah, sure, a tiger. What's Irma's favorite food? Cookies and pizza, and those are her two favorite foods. Which one is this? X. Okay. There we go. What type of pizza? Uh, Pepperoni. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When we start asking about like favorite foods for characters and everything, it's it's likely just going to be stuff that like I usually like eating a lot and everything. Like what was it? Chloe's favorite food is a nice grilled cheese, and that's just because I like eating grilled cheese. So. Chad, I don't know if you know this, but like a lot of art, a lot of times can be reflections of the artist. I don't know if you knew that, but cheese grommet, yes. Would Sam have a grilled cheese? Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's grilled cheese. I think it, unless you're lactose intolerant, like I don't know a single soul who would not like grilled cheese. I'll tell you one thing though. Uh, Amy's father would make a mad grilled cheese. What's that one movie? Um, I think it's just called The Chef or something. Just imagine that just imagine the whole scene where the dude is making a grilled cheese for uh I think it was for his kid or something, and it's just like very well put together, like immaculate looking grilled cheese. Yes, Peter Griffin, don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that, even though people have already called him Peter Griffin. Even if people were lactose intolerant, they would probably still go for grilled cheese, no regrets. But there you go. The movie was called The Menu. Was it? Either way. I haven't started on a new arc just yet. However, there are still some like comics and stuff that I want to do. So basically, if y'all been noticing, I've been ever since the back to school arc ended. I'm basically like, here's the thing. I've been waiting to do like a lot of things. I've been wanting to do plenty of things, just to kind of change up Irma a bit, or at the very least, like, all right, let's get to this point, and then I can then do some of these comics or introduce some characters that I've been wanting to introduce, like Tracy, for example. Like she's finally in the Irma comic, but also there may or may not be some more characters that I've been wanting to introduce them, trying to find some time to work on work on some comic strips for those. Again, I'm right now mainly focused on animation stuff, but just make the Patapon a little bigger. Okay. How's that for a little bigger? Yeah, how's that for a little bigger? And while I wait, a little more. How about that? Perfect. Cool. All right. Now that one's done. Now let's get to the other one. Oh, I forgot to put assist. All right. So the next one. Haley is on my suspect list for sure. Oh, speaking of Haley, one of these sketch requests is Haley related, but we'll get to that in due time. All right. So the other one is Emiko cosplaying as Tifa Lockhart and Sam as Cloud Strife. This is going to be interesting. Not necessarily because of Emiko, but because of Sam specifically. Because how are we gonna do that with that whack ass hair Cloud has? By the way, sorry if I offended any Final Fantasy fans because I called Cloud's hair whack. I think for this one, just because again, I took a bit on the Paddlepon one, I'm going to at the very least go right up to here. I will at the very least try to see if I can fit his big ass sword in this. But yeah. how would Sam react to Irma's Frankenstein monster? Uh, if you're talking about dead inside, he'd be very proud. He'd be very proud of Irma's, what she did for a science project. But also, he'd basically be like, okay, let's try make sure this guy has a home somewhere. What is the writing process when it comes to Irma? A lot of times it's like mainly it's like what's a cool idea. Here's the thing. I will say I am seeing a few questions in the chat there. For right now, for me, a little loaded, just because it's like I don't know if I can fully answer that. I'd have to like actually put together like a video essay and stuff, or just I on the spot. I can't fully say on the spot. But would Sam and Emma go have another child? No. Mainly because I just don't want to write another kid. Also because Irma is already chaotic enough as it is. Yeah. That's the thing. Whenever people like ask for Sam and Emiko to have another kid, it's like I don't think you guys realize like how much they already have to deal with for Irma. Like for Irma specifically. Also for a lot of the questions that are just like, would you add another family member? Would you this and that and third? It's just one of those things that's like, if I have an idea, if I have an idea that I want to go for and everything, then that's when I'm gonna want to do it. So that's like some stuff I can never promise. Like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it and everything. It's like, no, I gotta want to do it. All right. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna do this and then. Yeah, also, yeah, Sweet Upon has a point where it's like, also, it's very risky to just suddenly add another child or just family member, and now they're just a permanent part of the story or a show, or like a book or a show or something. That's like one of the main things I don't want to run into is just you know. Like oh boy, like a new like I guess now a new kid is here, and like now they gotta like be the full focus and stuff like that. Like, you know. So it's one of those things where it's like I don't think people realize like what they're asking and stuff sometimes when they ask, like, hey, how about a new family member for our new like a sibling for Irma? It's just like, yeah, because people are bringing up like Fairly Odd Parents and stuff. And granted, here's the thing: I never like because I've watched Fairly Odd Parents, but like I never watched it like religiously and stuff. I was more of a Cartoon Network kid and everything. But apparently that show got to the point where a baby, like I guess there was like a baby fairy and stuff, and apparently people did not like that baby. I don't know. It's just one of those things that's just like, yeah, I'd just rather not. I don't want to do it. And also, it's just one of those, it's like, if I did do it, I like having Irma being an only child and everything. Also, mainly because I'm an only child. So, yeah. I'd much rather just stick to that. Also for this, I don't know if Cloud, like... You know what? Hell with it. I'm just gonna do this. Cause this sword is so big, it was never gonna fit in this canvas. I think we'll likely be good with that. Alright. Alright. There we go. What's going on in here? Hold on. Hold on, let me get back to you. Okay. Let's see. Let me get the script right here. Let's see. Ah, yes. A demon kicked down the door and slapped me a few times, and then just like jumped out the window. So, you know, that kind of just happened, but I guess we're going to go back to drawing and stuff like that. That's what you missed. Yeah. That demon was me. Yeah, that hurt a lot, Blue Demon. What the hell? Look, look, we're going to get to your drawing, okay? We're going to get to your art. Just, you don't have to slap me, okay? Things I do for y'all. I can't take this abuse much longer. Why are you ignoring me? So I'm not bothering you. No, I'm sorry. You're not bothering me. I'm just drawing right now. And I read whatever I can read when I look up. Once I look up. Now, granted, I do have to get more used to looking up to read the chat, but you know, you're not bothering me right now. I'm not ignoring you or anything. I'm just. That is one thing. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, discipline time and everything for y'all. If I don't read your message and stuff, first off, I would ask if you don't spam the same question every time. Like just try to bring it up every once in a while and everything, if you want to ask it again. But the thing is, I am drawing right now while I'm live streaming, so you know I'm trying to make sure I balance out also just like drawing, like looking at the drawing and then looking up and then looking back real quick and then looking back down. So what's up, boss? Oh, hey Sylvia. Hey y'all. One of our animators is in the chat. Sylvia. How you doing, dude? Currently just doing this stream right now, trying to finish these sketches up. I'm going into these. Watch your like collecting. Thank you. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. For those who are just joining the chat and everything, we're just finishing up the sketches that I meant to finish up last night. But again, this is like my first time doing these types of sketch streams and stuff and everything. So this has been a learning experience of like how many of these should I do for one stream, because that's the thing. My main goal is to try to is like either weekly or bi-weekly go live for one stream. And I'm just realizing right now that this looks a little too long. Bring this back a little bit, so bam. There. Can you imagine if Osama met Irma's friends? Here's the thing: because children are very unfiltered, one of them is likely going to say to him, "Your nose looks funny." Though to be honest, I don't take Osamu as one to care about the, mere human children. Osamu Gaming, now that's an image. You know what? Here's the thing. The next time I actually do open the sketch suggestions back up and everything, if one of y'all wants to go for that one, you go right ahead. All right. Osamu having a tea with Sephiroth. Yes. And then, as per usual with my art, someone comes in and just beats the brakes off of Sephiroth. I swear, every time I draw Sephiroth, unless one of y'all like commissions me to actually just do a legitimately cool looking drawing of him and stuff, I'm always just gonna keep dog walking Sephiroth every chance I get. And the funny thing is, I'm not even a Final Fantasy fan, so it's just like, why do I keep doing that? Because of the Smash trailer. Because he laid a goddamn finger on my boy. I will say that's the one thing with some few characters that I do tend to bully a lot and stuff. It's one of these that's, you do it for the fans. I do it for the fans who commission me, who give me the money to do it. Okay, I better not talk like that just because it's like I'll just be like, give me all your money, 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 money. But no, that's the thing. Yeah, I'd have to get commissioned to actually draw a legitimate picture of Sephiroth or Waluigi. I think the only time, actually no, I think the only time I drew a normal picture of Waluigi. No, the one time I drew a normal picture of Waluigi, people got thirsty for some reason over the drawing, and I was like, you know what? Enough of that. Y'all are having too much fun. In the trash bin you go. Get the spray bottle? Exactly. Get the damn spray bottle. Is the stream lagging for some of y'all? I don't know what I can do on my end, but get in the kitchen and make me some money. Okay. Yeah. Now is she? What the? Oh, what the hell? I just realized something. She's got like a elbow pad here. Have you played Persona or Shin Megami Tensei? No, I have not. I think I discussed this last night with RPGs. I'm very selective of RPGs if I ever do get around to it, and even then I don't play a lot of RPGs because of it's mainly the time. It's like it's the time just to get to the end of the story, even just to have like a normal run where you just maybe you do some side quests and then you get to the end of the story. Like, I usually play the Mario RPGs, and those take like 20 to 30 hours to complete. And then I'm like, whew, that was a long journey. And then I say this type of stuff online, and then people are like, that's it? And I'm like, what do you mean that's it? That's 20 to 30 hours, man. And then I hear of RPGs that go for like 100 hours. Like 100 hours, like over 100 hours just to beat the campaign normally. And it's like, what? It's a dog that like. But then again, I like playing multiple games at the same time. And I'm more used to like platformers, arcadey type of games. So I will say though, I do have nothing but respect for RPGs. Again, like I do with Waluigi and stuff. I just like the dog on them sometimes just to get a reaction out of people. But honestly, I've been wanting to because I was on an Akira Toriyama kick as of recently. It's been kind of fading away a little bit, but I've been wanting to try out the Dragon Quest games, or at least one of them. And I think a lot of people said try 11, which, if I recall, it's like one of if not the latest one, with the guy who makes me think of Trunks. I don't know if y'all see it, but I see Trunks when I see the guy from Dragon Quest 11. Okay, she's done. I'm gonna go to Sam next. I think I know what to do with Sam here. By the way, random thing, how many of y'all have been watching Daredevil and have watched like the last episode of this season? That shit, that was insane. I wish Crash was in Smash. Yeah, you and me both. I would trade damn near all of those. Actually, no, not even damn near all of them. I would trade all of those Square Enix characters for Crash, Spyro, all those guys. It was the Iron Man ending all over again. Oh yeah, yeah. For those, okay. You know what? How about this? Spoiler talk. This is going to be a spoiler talk for I'm sorry, not Iron Man. For Daredevil. So if y'all don't want to hear about that, you might want to amscray and stuff. But yeah, I just want to talk about. Would you trade Rosalina for Crash? No. Again, I would trade all those RPG characters. Get them out of here. Put some real video game characters in this damn game. How about that? How about that, Sakurai? Nah. But, did I just see something? Hold on, I got a message real quick. Would Jack be a good Smash addition? Yeah, I'd say so. At least to me. But then again, that means Sony would have to comply and actually, you know, let him in the game. What are these gloves that I'm looking at? Alright, I can't say I can go in as full in detail with this or anything, but let's see here. Yeah, no, hold on. Look at some pork chops. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds nice. Granted, how much is a commission? Well, commissions are not open right now. You will find, like, on my... you will find prices and stuff on my coffee page. But right now they're not opened. And the sketch requests and stuff are not open. Because, again, I already opened those up. I opened those up ahead of time, just so we can get them in here. So now we're just working. Let's see here. Love it. Love your art style. Well, thank you. Would you do the sketch thing again next week or another time? It's mainly going to depend on how I'm feeling. Again, it's either gonna be next week or the week after, depending on what's going on. On one, what's going on that week, and also two, if I'm feeling up for it and everything. Although I'm gonna try to do next week because, for those who have not been watching the recent streams that I've been doing, I'm trying to get out of the rut of saying I'm gonna do something like tomorrow or the day after and everything, and then I just never get around to it. So, might just be one of those things I just do, just to kind of get myself, like, just to jolt myself, to do things. Like, I literally have to do like either count myself down or just something just to get myself active. How many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon? 3.5? God, this looks really silly. But I like it. We're just doing Goofy movie quotes now. All right. Let's do this. Then we'll do that. By the way, because apparently I'm fast compared to a lot of other people who, when it comes to drawing this stuff and everything, it's ironic. I take my sweet ass time on some other things, but then I go really fast on like other times and stuff. Sometimes people ask me how I'm so fast apparently, and honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to drawing comics and animation and stuff. But at the same time, again, I take my sweet ass time on like other things. I guess this is more of like what I'm in the mood for. All right. Oh God, what did I do? Yeah, I think this is how I'm gonna do it. So. Oh, hold on. Portia's right over here. this thing over here, the little devil in my ear is saying, keep going with the details, but I think I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, now that we're done with that, next sketch. All right, let's cross this one out. All right, what's a good next one to start with? You know what? I'm going to do this one with Haley and Sydney. So, an interaction between Haley and Sydney. Chef's kiss. Well, I'm so glad you like that, Sylvan. All right. Would Irma like Paddington? I'd say so, yeah. But then again, I think most people would like Paddington, no? Like, even if you say you wouldn't like Paddington, it's like, no, not. He's gonna wear you down. He's gonna wear you down with his kindness. You're gonna warm up to him. The next sketch. So the next sketch is a conversation between Haley and Sydney. Two characters who I don't think I have not drawn interacting yet. Would Sydney be friends with Stuart Little? Of course. Do I sometimes doubt my art style? I don't know if necessarily doubt. It's more, I don't know. It's more one of these things where it's like, yeah, typical artists like probably struggle, which is basically like, can I really draw Can I really draw this type of thing and stuff? But it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I gotta find, you know, sound like an anime character, but got like dig deep and just basically be like, just do it. Like plenty say, it's one of those trust the process type of things. Oh, it's about the swisher. music activated. I still have never played Undertale. Although honestly, at this point, probably won't. I probably won't get around to it. But yeah, you never know. Deltarune is what I should be playing. I think I've asked this before. Isn't that like a sequel, or at the very least it takes place in the same world or something? I'm assuming so, but I could be wrong. Sans might be Haley's uncle. Why? Because she's doing that pose? Does Sans own that pose now? Actually, don't answer that, because, no. I refuse to let a damn hooded skeleton in a hoodie just own a pose that literally has been a thing ever before him. I refuse. Over here. I'm sorry, that Simpsons drawing I did it for kind of messed me up. It's stared into my soul. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm kind of getting a little back more into a groove and stuff. With just trying to draw really fast. Do the Barkman dance. By the way, again, I'm sorry if I'm like quiet and so at some points during streams. I know I know that most people understand that, you know, I'm like locked. I'll get locked in and focus and stuff. But you know, again, I got look up sometimes just to talk to y'all. So, all right, here we go. I'll tell you guys one thing though. Once the stream is over, uh, I'm gonna need to recharge my social battery for quite a bit. Like I said, if I do another one of these next week, I'm gonna cut down on the number of these available, just so I can get them done in one stream. Because that's the one thing I'm not used to doing a stream. Like, I'm not terribly used to doing 2 streams in 1 week. I don't know how these streamers do it. These live streamers, like how these guys do it. Like, it's almost like it's their job or something. Hope the next one's not on a Tuesday. Yeah, so again, the reason why I did it on a Tuesday is just because it was kind of like just an on the spot, like, you know what, let's try this. I'm thinking probably either a Friday, probably sometime on the weekend, maybe on a Saturday or Friday evening or so. I don't know. I'm gonna test the waters to see what works. I don't know. What do y'all think? Does the weekend or sometime in the weekday sound better for y'all when it comes to catching one of these live streams? The weekend? Probably the weekend. Weekend. Okay. If I do another one of these, I'll try to schedule for the weekend. Now, when for the weekend? I don't know. But what if Irma became president? Then, if Irma became president, everyone is required to watch War Unicorn Princess. That's the national anthem at that point, the theme song to the show. I vote Irma for president. Oh. One spot I just realized. There we go. I refuse to comment any further without my lawyer present. Yeah, hold on. right before I move on to the next one, I'm gonna do. This. Yeah, I think that's good. Alrighty, I think we're good with this one. Alright, let's see. How many more do we have left? Like with this one. I think we got 3 more left. Yeah, 3 more left. Alright. Alright, first off, before I go to the next one, I'm going to stretch real quick. What software do you use to draw? Sylvan was curious. Oh. Yeah, Sylvan. I draw on either Procreate or Clip Studio Paint. I usually draw on Procreate for just like sketches, for mainly sketches and stuff. What was it? I use Clip Studio Paint for like. Well, actually, the funny thing is, I used to use Procreate a lot, but now I'm using. But now I'm using Clip Studio Paint a lot more. And it's mainly because of this thing, the tour box, little doodad and stuff. Because of all the buttons and everything, I'm able to actually do a bunch of the hotkeys and stuff for the for Clip Studio Paint. It's a lot more comfortable now doing it. The doohickey, the goober. I'm gonna take a swig real quick of water. What kind of iPad? It's an iPad Pro. I think it's like the biggest one. All right, 3 more of these sketches. Let's get to them. All right, which one do I want to do next? Let's do. Okay. All right, so this one is very curious. BMS Viasol or something. Okay, so this one's kind of curious because I guess these are VTuber characters or something. Let's see. Yeah, these are like VTuber characters. So I think I have gotten commission from. Yeah, I've gotten commission from you before. So let's see. Okay. So, one side. Okay, so I guess I'm drawing 2 characters that are basically twins. One of them is good, the other one is evil, I guess. Alright. Let me see if I can get this right. Well, thankfully these 2 are twins, so they somewhat look the same, so I could possibly cheat a little bit. And as a matter of fact, I am going to cheat because here's a little something that I can do. bring up this drawing guide, bring it to symmetry. Yep. Okie dokie. I'll let y'all know right now. VTubers is a specific landscape that I am not too familiar with, but I will do the best I can. First, let me make sure that this thing is on the correct controls. They are. Alright. What if Terry plays GTA 6 and shows Irma and Amy? Bold of you to assume Terry's mom would just let him get GTA 6. Now, granted, his dad probably wouldn't mind, because his dad probably wants to play GTA 6. But his mom, on the other hand, he's gotta be the responsible one. She's gotta be the responsible one. Have a good night, Art Man. I think I'm just going to do torsos for these two because, yeah, it looks like, yeah, these two pretty much almost have very identical to each other. Although I guess that's the whole point. They're twins, right? But even like their uniforms are just kind of slightly different. So I think the only VTuber I've watched consistently more of is Iron Mouse and Chibidoki and stuff. Chibidoki just because I think Kira has sent has posted clips of this of her before, and I always was like, what in the hell is this? And so I finally checked it out and it was like, oh, okay. She's up my alley. And the Iron Mouse just because I think I found out about her through CDocVA, but I've only found out about CDocVA because of Abroad in Japan, which is a channel I've watched for a long time. All right. I think I could cheat a little bit because this. Which is better, Procreate or Clip Studio Paint, in your opinion? Honestly, both are good in their own ways. Basically, it's not like one is better over the other. I will say, in terms of which one has the better just simple because I think. Clip Studio Paint recently updated with a simple mode. I guess for people who usually just to kind of compete with Procreate, I guess. But the thing is, I feel like the simple mode is missing key features that granted, here's the thing, maybe Procreate didn't have at first, but they They certainly have it now. I don't know. I just couldn't get used to it. The same way as Procreate. So, so basically, like for the studio mode and everything for Clip Studio Paint, it's like yes, like it's very useful and everything for like making comics and stuff. But for the simple mode, just for like just some simple sketching and everything, I'd rather just go for Procreate. I'm trying to see if I can like, I'm like trying to hold out as much as I can before I have to like turn the symmetry ruler off and then just actually have to go in and do the unique designs for both of these characters. How's the gameplay on Mouse? I haven't gotten it yet. I'm primarily focused right now on like just stuff for the campaign and everything. Oh, I will say, speaking of managing things and stuff, and yeah, speaking of managing things and playing video games and stuff like that, so a while back, I started playing Majora's Mask after playing Ocarina of Time. So I was still kind of like in the mood for it. I was like, yeah, screw it, let's just go to Majora's Mask and everything. I haven't touched that game ever since that first night I started replaying it, and it's mainly because of all the stuff we've been doing. I think just the idea of like you know what it is. I think it's the idea of you know, just you know, like after work and everything, having to manage all this stuff and everything, you know, I just want to relax and play a video game and everything. And then for some reason, because Majora's Mask requires you to like micromanage a whole bunch of stuff, I was like, I kept holding it off. I'll get back to it at some point, but alright, I think I'm at the point where I have to actually start. Yeah, I have to turn the symmetry thing off. Alright, boom. Alright. Oh, but actually, one last thing I could cheat with. Is the eyes. Here we go. Picture this. Irma meeting Dr. Doom. Doom's gonna fold real quick. I'm just saying. Or maybe he'll respect her power. I don't know. I don't know. Doom, I feel like Doom barely has any respect for like a lot of people under his who he thinks lower than him. All right, definitely Reed for sure. Reezy? Is that what your name is and everything? I don't usually watch wrestling. I mean, I know who the Undertaker is, but I'm not like deep into the lore and everything, into the wrestling lore, so I wouldn't know. All right. Well, thankfully, all right. So thankfully, this isn't like I can get through these two. Um, I just remember like the last time I did some VTuber characters and stuff, it was a bit rough on my just the drawing process and everything, just because I remember them being pretty being kind of detailed, like to the point where it was like, which I think actually was the reason I even like put the on the don'ts, like any designs that are too complicated and everything. There's a bit going on over here on these two, but at the very least, there's ways to get around it for me. So. I guess I better finish this girl. Like, just finish the entire outfit. Alright, so boom, 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 boom. Get a little tie it. Back the bow a little bit over here. AVGN versus Filthy Frank, who wins? I'm just gonna say AVGN just because I'm more of an AVGN fan. I don't know. Are we at that point where we're power scaling the AVGN? Actually, no. You know what's crazy? I saw a post recently that was actually power scaling Charlie Brown, and I'm like, really? We're doing this for the peanuts now? Like, y'all are crazy. You know, maybe anime was a mistake. I blame anime. Maybe this was all a mistake. Snoopy is matched up to Goku. Okay. I saw one post that was like, the world as soon as Linus's blanket is taken away from him. It's just the earth shatters. There we go. Yep. That. Because I guess the hairs have been messy on this character. They made a glove out of my blanket. Actually, you know what? You know what? Here's the thing, because I've seen like fan art of like depictions of the kids when like they're older, like they're like in high school or in college or something. The one thing I haven't seen yet, which is weird because I'm pretty sure this is like this was a thing in the Christmas special, which is like the most, besides the Great Pumpkin, like the most replayed Charlie Brown thing ever and stuff. I think Linus says something like, oh no, Lucy says, what are you going to do with that blanket when you grow up? And then he says, maybe I'll turn it into a sports coat and everything. I don't think I've ever seen anyone drawn that yet. Just like turning the blanket into a sport coat. Like he actually did it. But then there's a bunch of stickers here. One of a pizza, one of a heart, one of a drone? Okay. I guess I'll just do it like this. And the other is, I can't see what that is. What is that? Is that like a turtle or something? Either way, pizza. Alright, now, this one. You know, there's fan fiction stories of Hermit. I mean, yeah, I know. I just don't read them because I don't want any like fan fiction to like seep in to the creative process. But I do appreciate that people actually, you know, take their time to create something like that for Irma. Okay, now for this character's outfit, it's a little different. So, we'll do a bow again. It's a pretty clean bow this time, so not all ripped apart. So there we go. I've been told that I should do like how to draw videos, or just like just drawing videos where like, I actually narrate like what I'm doing specifically, or like how the process goes and everything. The thing is, I feel like I would struggle a lot. I mean, hell, I'm struggling right now. Like whenever someone asks me to, of like, you know, how's it go with that and everything, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just the thing is, I feel like it's like I've been doing this for so long and everything that like once someone asks me like, so how do you do this exactly? Like how's it done? And literally, and like they're looking for more an answer that's more than just, I don't know, I just do it. And then that's when I like malfunction. Night Detective Nick's Max Payne, or Nick Valentine Fallout. I can almost see a Max Payne thing, yeah. Slow-mo and all. Star. The drone again for some reason. Another heart. By the way, I am trying my damnedest not to say bada bing, bada boom, because for some reason I was doing that a lot last night. Okay. I think I'm almost done with these with this one. Let's see. I'm missing the little ribbons here. So I'm gonna do that. The cute little ribbons. Let's do that. Will you be doing another sketch stream tomorrow? No, not tomorrow, because what was it? I'm getting a little. I'm not even gonna lie. Again, I didn't plan on doing another one tonight, but again, learning process. Just getting. I'm just getting used to doing this. So again, probably sometime next week. Not guaranteed, but all right. Oh, right. One last thing I guess is needed for this one is this. Again, I'm assuming this is like a running gag or joke with this specific VTuber or whatever, but yeah, forget about it. Yeah, exactly. Forget about it. Forget about it. Gabagool and all that. Oh shit! It didn't. Oh, I see. Well, since I already did it, I'm just going to. Paste. Put it over here. And I'm getting a little too lazy for getting the type this stuff out, so. Whoever I'm interference for dancing to Thriller, then they'd be dancing to Thriller. Are we saying with zombies and stuff? That has to be a pretty fun visual. Alright, I think I'm good here. Alright. Nero and Evil. That's a surprise. Oh, you know who these are? Huh? Okay. Alright. Done with that one. I'm gonna cross this one out. Oh, hang on. There we go. Alright. We got 2 more left. You know what? Let's do the one for that blue demon. I don't know if he's still in the chat or anything, but yeah, let's do it. Now, here's the thing. If y'all don't know, that blue demon, he tends to, he has been probably the biggest supporter when it comes to these commissions and stuff. And he's responsible for a lot of the commissions that are pretty much eye candy for a lot of y'all. So, and here's the thing: I act like I don't enjoy doing these. I do, but Once I saw this one, I was like, oh, why am I not surprised? So, let's see. He wants me to draw Barbara in a couple bikinis, so I guess we'll get started on that. I have a wild imagination. Boy, you could say that for sure. All right. So yeah, he wants me to draw Barbara in a couple bikinis, so. Of course, yeah. Look at the look at the chat. They're just like, yep, that sounds like him, all right. You know what? Thank you, and again, I thank you very much for all the support and all the commissions and donations and everything. All right. What is my max stretch limit? Yeah, never thought about that. Although I will say, she can go a good distance with those stretchy arms of hers. All right. And after this one, we got one last right? I think so, right? Let's see. I'm just double checking. Yeah, one more after this. And I figured the end off on for the next one. I figured to end off on because it's a pretty cute one. There we go. What does Barbara do for a living? She is a coach at the local gym for Blairwood. bring this down a little bit. There's one more. That blue demon actually brought up a good question of like, if I'm drawing the same character, if you're gonna have me draw the same character in different poses, in two different poses, does that count as two separate characters? And basically, I figured, yeah, I'm gonna count that as two, because it's basically two whole bodies that that you're having me draw. So. Like, some of the questions he was asking me, I was like, oh boy, what is he about to make me do? You're very predictable. Yeah, very. But hey, you know what? At least the predictability is fun. Yep. I can't remember which side's the right one. Alright. Bring it back up here a little bit. Well, if I think I don't think am I gonna be able to fit? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Is she secretly a Viltrumite? I could tell you, but then you'd have to die. So, you know. I mean, what? Who said that? There we go. Thrag working out as a fast food clerk is still funny. Yeah, you know, I will say, some of the creative things that people have been doing just for jokes and stuff, in terms of the Viltrumites, you know, having to make home on Earth, have been pretty funny. But also, it's interesting seeing like certain questions that people have been bringing up in terms of like, now that the Viltrumites are on Earth, what's like Lucan's reaction to this? What's this character's reaction to this and everything? Questions that I guarantee you Kirkman probably never thought about, but they're interesting questions nonetheless to bring up. Or just scenarios in general. Like, yes, I have been seeing Carl, who is like the good version of Conquest. that people have been doing art of. Carl Quest is goated. Yeah, I'd say so. All right. Irma wearing a polka dot dress? That could be a pretty cute design. What the hell? Hold on. There we go. You're doing God's work right now. There we go. Sorry, I'm in locked in mode again. Go. I should really consider doing I should consider doing some streams, like, because apparently there are streams where like people just watch along the chat and everything of like just random movies and everything. I don't know. I've been wanting to open up like and this is an idea, not set in stone. I've been wanting to set up a separate YouTube channel that I could like really just do whatever non-Outcast related stuff on. The Outcast channel would be the bread and butter, of course, but just some random shit just to do. Gonna be doing a gaming reaction channel. It would likely be just a whatever I do channel, even though I'm pretty sure YouTube's algorithm is just like, No, you have to lock in on one thing, and that's it. It's probably the reason why so many like channels I see have like their own separate channels for like gaming and such. Like there's a Rosalina and Pauline animation that I've been wanting to get back to and everything. I feel like once I get it done, I kind of want to like set that YouTube channel up. Is it just me or has the room started warming? All right, you. Go. There we go. And all right. I can't wait to get to the last one though, because again, it's a pretty cute idea. All right. I should probably also consider, although, I guess, I don't know, I should probably also consider trying to get some guests on and everything. Although usually whenever I do guests and everything, it usually it tends to be for like more important like Outcast related streams and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe get one or two of the guys on and everything just to chill. Although it's not a guarantee, just because again I'm just brainstorming right now. Oh, I forgot I made that joke. Yeah, I was like, get your doggy guests out? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, right, I made that joke. Alright, well, here's the thing. If I do get any of the guys on, you can't say that, otherwise, they're gonna be like, excuse me? What the fuck? Why are they calling us dogs? It's like, no reason, don't worry about it. Like, why are you guys being so mean? What's your meals or diets? Yes. I feel like this is like the Italian thing again, where it's just like, okay, so let's get into the full details of every single thing about this character's life, and I'm like, she's very pretty. I like drawing pretty women. Moving on. 41% for the path. Less than 24. Damn. Are we there? Have we made more since then? Sheesh. I'm gonna have to go back and check and everything once this thing is done. All right. Almost done with this. Just gotta do. I will say you like a lot of you guys you guys come in like full swinging and everything, and I'm happy for that. You guys are amazing. Okay, anything else? Okay, yeah, down here. I'm gonna move the hair up a little bit just because it's looking a little flat on the top area and everything. Just a little bit like that. And actually, because these two look like they're on the bottom, I'm gonna move them up a little bit. Ooh. There. I think that's good. Alright, I think that's pretty good. At least to me, I don't know. You missed a spot? Where? Are you serious, or are you messing with me? You missed a spot. Okay, hang on. Are you guys being for real, or are you messing with me? A lot of spots. The abs. You know what? Nah, you're messing with me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Where? Where on the abs? Where on the abs? Where on the abs? Huh? Where on the abs? What? Where? Yeah, uh-huh. Draw a line in the middle. Where? Here? I actually don't know what you mean by that. Are you just saying right over here? Here's the thing. I can't tell if you guys... Here's the thing. I think most of you guys are messing with me, but now it's like... in the middle of the two lines. So like this? Is that what you're saying? I like how we're like so... Close enough? Alright. We'll just go with that. All right. Cool. Last one. All right, we are going to the last one. All right. It's all good. Thank you so much for the beautiful display. Well, thank you again for donating. I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying that every time. All right. All right. The last one. So I saved this one for last because this one was pretty oh my god. Come on, speak. This one was pretty cute. So, this one is Sam teaches Irma to box while kneeling down, having her hit a small punching bag. She gets a little too excited though and starts hitting it pretty rapidly, making them. That's what I tries to hold in place. All right, cool. So this is a Sam and Irma centric one. So there we go. Listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Here's the thing: when it comes to like music, like bands and music groups like that, it's more a matter of I probably have. I just don't know which one I've heard because random songs that replay over and over through generations will play on the radio. So. That done. Some Irma training, yes. Put on some Eye of the Tiger. In fact, just put on like I believe it was the whole Rocky IV soundtrack. Just put that specific soundtrack on. That like, because here's the thing, Rocky is known for its like training montages and stuff. That movie is just nothing but training montages. but admittedly, the music just gets you fired up every time. If the punching bag dies, it dies. Who'll be facing Irma in the ring, though? Probably Mitsu and Momo. But it'd be another slap fight. Look, at first it's gonna be a boxing match, but then it's just another slap fight. You know, the one thing that is like really refreshing though when getting these done and sending them out to the people, how quickly I'm able to draw these and then just send them out. Like just the mere act of doing that and then just check marking off all these in such a short time. That is something I've missed. Am I ever gonna draw Miku's mothers again? More than likely, yeah. At some point. Why do I draw my characters with 4 fingers? Are you questioning my art style? How dare you question the 4 fingers? How dare you? I don't know. That's just kind of my little cartoony style. I like to keep things pretty cartoony for the most part. So, I don't know. Yeah, again, it's just I've had like a very cartoony style. So, for me, it's just like it just naturally. I just naturally do that. Now the thing is, I am able to do 5 fingers, but yeah, it's just my thing. I don't know. By the way, random thing. I have a genuine question. I have a question for y'all. Yeah, but actually, yeah. Before I finish up this art, I have a question for y'all. How do y'all feel about this art? Or this? Or this? Insane. I don't like it. Are those three family? Maybe. Are you sure you don't like this? Why are you drawing my wife? Damn. I mean, look. I mean, well, here's the thing. Your wife is beautiful, so why not? Anyway. I will say it's been very, like, on the off occasion, I'm lately now just thinking like, yeah, I kind of just want to draw this. And granted, here's the thing, that's a lot of the art that I draw, but those especially were just like, you know what, I just need to get this out of my system. Bam. The thing is, though, some of y'all sometimes say to me, like, dude, it's like 1 in the morning. I'm trying to sleep. Guys, if you see it, don't. Guys, look, I'm just doing a civic duty here and just saying, y'all need to get some sleep. Now, granted, here's the thing. I'm a massive hypocrite because I tend to stay up at late nights a lot. But still, we're not talking about me. We're talking about y'all. Y'all need to get some sleep. Just go to sleep. Look, those guys are going to be staring at you for all night, but still, don't mind them. Just go to sleep. At least you don't have to worry about intruders with them watching. Exactly. They're just here. Hey, look. They're just here. They're just here for you. They're here for you. They're there to comfort you. They're there to make sure that no bad people come in during the night. It's all good. Good night, Charm Hunter. I will say to y'all though, regardless if you like those or not, I'll likely draw it again. It's just funny that sometimes people tend to forget that I am actually into horror, even though literally the character who I'm drawing right now is based off of horror. It's just very funny. So what's the next step after the path? The crowdfunding is going so fast. So again, the path right now it's in the scripting phase. Likely while the campaign is going, we're likely gonna start working on rough layouts and everything, and just start going into making it. What will the path be about? Again, so for anyone who doesn't know just yet, the path is about Sam and Emiko's two pathing journeys. Basically, it's the lead up. It's their two paths that lead up to them meeting for the first time in Spirits Bloom. So the graphic novel centers. My words are going off and everything. So the comic is going to have two main perspectives. You're going to follow two main perspectives, one for Sam and one for Emiko. And you follow both of them on their different paths until they meet. So I know how to describe that. I know how to describe that better, but I am pretty tired right now. But yeah. Will the motif be purple for the path? So the funny thing is the path, it's technically not in. It's technically like we didn't originally want to put it like with the other amongst the other books and stuff, that being Spirits Bloom and The Harvest and stuff. But it was kind of one of those things that's like, because here's the thing, the cover that you guys see on the campaign and everything, that's mainly a placeholder that may or may not be that likely will or will not be the final cover. But what was it? When I was setting the campaign up, basically I was like, okay, let's just do the title just like Spirits Bloom and The Harvest. And I think me and Gary were going a little back and forth just in terms of like, we don't want to like lump it in with those specifically, but kind of just figured like, you know what, since it is a prequel to Spirits Bloom, might as well. So again, a lot of that. So one thing you guys are going to notice is this book is going to mainly be black and white. There's not going to be a color motif with this one. Again, I just mainly just did the purple just to like just to give the presentation a little bit of oomph, basically. Sorry. Let me take this drink again. I just spilled on myself. Whew. All right. But let's see. Do I want to do any more details to this? I might almost be done actually, and we will be done for tonight. So let's see. So these are basically before Irma started tormenting her teacher in this video. Yeah, basically the main idea for the prequel books is that it's like everything that happens right before the first ever chapter comic strip for Irma. So when we eventually do the comic that's after the harvest, which we won't get too much into, but we want to do one more comic after the harvest. But that might not be for a while. The yellow comic. Yep, the yellow comic. All right. I think, you know what? One more thing. Okay. Now we are done. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh my lord. That was you missed a spot. No. I'm not falling for that, Galloway. No. You jokesters. All right. So, that... Oh, hold on. I did miss something. Bam. Here we go. Alright, so that... This. A bit of that. This. And a bit of that. Alright. You didn't miss a spot. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. I believe that will be it for... Yep, that's it for today's stream. Because, yeah, we are finally finished. So, if I do continue with these by next week, it will likely be, I want to say, probably sometime on the weekend. Maybe a Friday or Saturday. I don't know. But if so, I'll let you guys know ahead of time, and then just prepare to donate again for some more sketches and everything. But before we go, I'm going to check real quick on the path just to see where we're at. So let's reload this. Where are we at? Oh. Yeah, I'm proud of y'all right now. I'm very proud of y'all. And, yeah, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy, but also keep going. Y'all are crazy, but also keep going. Again, if we make it to 20K, if we make it to 20K by the end of this week, I might throw in one more Sam Nemiko piece along with the wedding dress. So if we can do that, then that'd be great. But I'm stalling. So, but either way, thank you all for the support, both for donating for the sketches and just for the path in general. Let's keep going, and if y'all don't have any financials to contribute to the campaign, that's fine. Just share it around, like I said last stream, to your friends, to your family, to your enemies, to your dogs, your cats, the evil spirits that are within the walls of your house or apartment. Either way, let's reach 20K, and yeah, I'll be posting these. I'll be sending these out to people right after the stream, and I'll be posting them right after the stream. So again, thank you all for so much. and I will talk to you guys. I will see y'all. I'll talk to y'all. I'm still not used to doing these. Either way, bye everyone. Take care. Be good people.